What is up? Rapid Runners, welcome back to the weekly recap. What are you doing, Gavin?
I'm trying to assert dominance by puffing out my chest.
Welcome back. We are back with another weekly recap. I think today's going to be a pretty quick one, but we got a couple things to talk about. As always, starting with our speedrun topics. Let's just get right into it. So, what other hobbies do you have aside from speedrunning?
Other hobbies. I like to play golf. Golf is a lot of fun. I'll do rock climbing, and I'll play DDR.
DDR?
Yeah, okay, well...
You play DDR?
It's something new I just picked up for, like, cardio.
Okay.
I used to play a lot of Pump It Up, but they don't have that where I'm at now. So it's Step Mania, and I'm not used to, like, up, down, left, right. I'm used to the corners.
Okay.
The corners being buttons. So it's actually really weird for me to play.
So
I still play
on when? When are we getting a DDR stream?
I've thought about buying a pad. If I ever do end up getting a pad, there will be a DDR stream.
All right. Anything else that you fit in between your speed runs?
Sometimes I sleep.
Well, I mean, that's good. Glad you sleep. Everybody needs that. I didn't actually think about these questions at all, by the way, so we're winging it on my side. We're winging it on my side completely. Chewbacca, hopefully you also eat. Yeah, do you eat also? Is that something that you throw in there?
No, it's like, do I play Throne and Liberty, or do I eat? Like, it's an obvious choice. You're gonna play Throne. Yeah, Throne and Liberty.
Obvious choice. You gotta get that cooking done in Throne and Liberty, you know?
Yeah. That's close enough. Yeah.
That's close enough. It makes up for it. I know you've been doing a lot of fishing, so.
I have like 4,000 fishing bait. I have way too much fishing bait.
So for me, there's some things that I don't know if you guys know. I play guitar, I sing, I do covers. I used to skateboard a lot. That has slowed down because of my knee. I do a lot of, believe it or not, I don't play games off stream. It's very rare that I play games off stream. So if I'm not streaming, I'm not gaming. Unless it's a beta test of some sort, which I am doing right now. I don't play games off stream. For some reason I'm thinking to myself like if I'm gonna play a game, I might as well stream it, right?
Yeah.
But I just don't really, I don't know. Since I lost my position, I can't do what I used to do a lot. I have this sports club that was next door that I used to hang out at a lot. It was a lot of fun. It's just expensive, but it has literally my backyard. I have a water park pretty much because it's like I'm a gated apartment complex. But if I go through the gate, there's this sports club that has an outdoor water park, and I mean, like, it's just so much fun there. So, aside from like working out, it's just a really good place to relax. And then I'm a collector. I collect a lot of old consoles and things like that. My most recent purchase was the original PlayStation. This is the one that doesn't overheat as much. But
wait, what?
Audio. Yeah, so the back of the PlayStation, you have two of them. There's two types of original PlayStations. You have the ones that has the red, white, and yellow inputs.
Okay.
Just right here on the back. That one is the original one, and it had a lot of overheating issues. But apparently, it sounds better than this one. but this one's the one that doesn't overheat. So we got this. That was the most recent pickup. But I do collect a lot of other stuff, other consoles. I have a backwards compatible PlayStation 3. I got 4 Nintendo 64s. I have two Sega Genesis. I have Super Nintendo. I got my original Xbox, GameCube. I have games for all of them as well. So I'm a kind of collector. I do card collecting too. Let me grab that Axis right here. Oh, the green screen. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look. Glitch in the Matrix.
Have you ever thought about using that as a green screen?
Card collection. We have everything from Pokemon to Lorcana. So, and that's not even. That's just the good cards.
What's Lorcana?
It is Disney's card game.
Oh, I didn't even know they had a card game.
Yeah. Actually, my most expensive card is one of the Lorcana cards. I pulled an enchanted card and it was worth like nearly $300. So.
Oh, jeez, that's crazy. So, the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why do you have 4 Nintendo 64s?
That is such a good question. All right, so I have learned from all the consoles that I've collected and played with over the years. Nintendo 64 tends to be a very weird console in the sense that every N64 that you get just seems to play better or worse. Like they're not consistent at all. So I have my original N64 from when I was a child that is garbage. It just does not read the cartridges very well. I got a new Nintendo 64 when I was living back in New York or New Jersey, and that one just stopped working. I then had somebody move in with my family back in New Jersey who had one of the old Pikachu N64s. So the blue N64s with Pikachu where the cheeks light up when it's turned on. It lights up red. And it was their son's, but he moved on with his life, and she didn't use it. So she was like, "Hey, do you want this?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take that, of course." And then I didn't want to use that one, so I had the bad one. I had a broken one. I had the Pikachu one. So when I moved here to Colorado, and I was at a retro store, I was like, I just want an original good working N64. So I picked up a fourth one. That's why I have 4 N64s.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I do. Aside from that, I just work. I try to get in, I've learned as much about IT as I can, like to, stay in the IT field. Has a cool Pikachu one and buys another. Yeah, because I don't want to use the Pikachu one. I don't want to put any wear and tear on it. It's a rare one, so it's more of a collector item. But yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's head into the next topic. As a speedrunner, have you found yourself being more efficient with your time in real life?
Yeah.
Like, how does that, turn over to real life experience?
Okay, well, you might not like the answer. I don't know. So whenever I got to it's like an auto scroller section in like speedrunning, right? It's like nothing's going on. You really gotta use the bathroom, so you get up, run to the bathroom, and then you don't even turn on the lights. You gotta be fast. You gotta be efficient.
Please don't tell me you're being serious.
Then if you want to be more optimal, you don't use your hands. You just look down. And you're like, okay, it's facing to the left. And you just go. And then sometimes you just completely miss, or you can play it safe. Consistency is key a lot of the time, so you just sit down.
So
because if you ever use your hands, you have to wash them. You want to avoid that at all costs.
Oh
Like
my God.
it's
Maybe this
efficiency.
was the right question. Sitting down is the consistent strat for sure. Oh my gosh. So it's kind of funny. I thought about this question like a couple weeks ago, and it just never came up on the stream because I noticed. So I was coming home with my roommate from eating out or something, and when we got up the stairs, we have a keypad on our door, and you have to put the keypad number in, and then you have to press the button at the bottom of the keypad, right? And my roommate's a very efficient player of video games. He's not a speedrunner, but he plays games very efficiently. And I made a joke because he somehow found that if you press the icon or like the logo of the keypad at the top after putting the code in, it opens the door also. And I was like, what are you, like, speedrunning life now? You're finding efficiency in every little thing?
Oh my God. So, yeah. I used
like,
to work
because it's
in
closer to your finger, you just found out that that's faster, and that's what you do?
Yeah. Well, at this place I used to work, the doors were locked and you had to, like, kind of, like, scan in. And the left door would unlock faster than the right door, so I would always use the left door instead of the right.
Yeah. Saving a couple frames, yeah. Like, I swear, sometimes I might have that mindset, but I think where it really shines, though, like in all reality, like realistically, answering the question here, it's like the way I use my time. You know, I'm just more efficient with my time usage in everyday life. Like, I don't know, it helps me realize when I'm spending too much time on something and when it's like time to move forward and do something else. And I don't know, I think it helps mostly with work, honestly. Like if I'm investing too much time in a certain thing and I know that I can be doing something more efficient somewhere else in the job, I will move on and come back to it, or things like that. Things that I don't think I would have really thought about as much if I wasn't a speedrunner, because we're thinking about that stuff the entire time I'm running. So, and I do so much speedrunning that it's just like ingrained itself in my brain, and it's just something I do now. I think I'm a more efficient and optimal person in the real world, but not in a speedrunner way. So that's how I answer that personally.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like sometimes I find myself walking the place, like from place to place, a little bit quicker, or before I even get to the place, I'm like thinking about like, okay, going to the gym, the scanner's on the right. Let me switch my membership card to my right pocket, so when I get there, it's less movement.
So you're just being super efficient. You're taking all the speedrun strats into real life. I'm just taking the time management side. You're like saving those frames.
Yeah. You think about lines where you go, yeah. You just driving, he's like, oh, I gotta get from New York to Kansas. So it's like a 30-hour drive.
Take the
Stay in
inside
12.
lines.
Get to there in 12 hours.
Oh my God, there was a somebody on a motorcycle here in Colorado that wasn't from Colorado. I found out that the police tracked. I don't know if you guys seen the video. It went viral a little bit on YouTube and TikTok, but the guy made it from like Colorado Springs to Denver in I think like 10 minutes on a motorcycle, when it's like a 40-minute drive. So he just gunned it from Colorado Springs to Denver. I couldn't believe that, because like it's relevant to me since I live here and I know how long it takes to get from one place to the other. To know a biker made it that fast, oh man.
Dude, oh my God.
I can't even imagine how fast he was going.
Yeah, I actually had a friend that was he biked a lot. His name was Keenan, and he said, I made this 5-hour drive in 2 hours. I was like, what?
People risking their life out here, speedrunning real life. That's what's going on.
Yeah, he said he had like some kind of like death wobble going on. He said, I was fearing for my life.
I have had a death wobble experience, and it is one of the most terrifying things ever. It was actually the first time I ever got on a motorcycle. I don't own a motorcycle. I don't own a motorcycle license, but like I said, I was really big into like playing guitar and stuff. I used to walk down to the beach every single day because I lived in a beach town, and I had my guitar on me, and it was an Esteban guitar. That's the brand name. And there was this one guy that, like, every single time I walked towards the beach, he would, I would walk past him every single day because he would do work out of his shop. And he used to call me Esteban. He'd be like, "Yo, Esteban!" And, because he never found my real name out. But one day, he let me ride his bike because I had interest in it. In the town. And I got whiskey throttle, first of all. When you first get on a bike for the first time, you don't realize how powerful it is, and you start it, and then all of a sudden you realize like you're holding on for dear life, but you're holding on for dear life and making it go faster, so you're just freaking out. That happened to me, but then I also got a speed wobble on it at another time, and yeah, that I don't know. I wanna get a motorcycle really bad, but like that kind of scared me a bit. I know how it feels to be on the speed wobble. It's not fun. Not fun at all. All right, let's hop into the next question. Does being a speedrunner affect how you play games casually? Are you able to play games casually the same way, huh?
So that's the problem. For me, it's like the opposite way around. It's like me playing a game casually is like just me straight up speedrunning. So, but when I have noticed in my speedrunning after like being a part of this community and playing like a bunch of games a lot more casually, that the way I play speedruns is a lot more safe than how it used to be. It's like I'm opting in for like the more consistent path, or just like the intended path, more than the faster one.
Luigi doesn't think it affects him at all. That's actually crazy, because I actually hate that speedrunning affects my casual games. I do this thing where I play a game casually that I really am enjoying, and I cannot help myself, but when I see potential for a glitch or a way to skip a certain section of the game, I look at it, and sometimes I'll sit there staring at it for 5 minutes. I'll be like, should I do this? Because I'm going to ruin the game for myself. I think it's possible, and I opt to not do it. And sometimes I opt to do it, and I'm like, why did I do that? I'm trying to just enjoy the game. Why did I do that? I can't hold myself back from trying to skip stuff in games. I don't know what it is. It's like this thing that I have. It's just like, I'm not speedrunning the game, but I need to know if the dev made a mistake here. And I cannot stop doing it. It drives me crazy. You get Monster Hunter casually? That is actually surprising to me. With how much time you put into speedrunning that game, it would drive me crazy to play a game I speedrun casually. What were you gonna say? Do you have something else you were gonna throw in there?
I forgot.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so I don't find myself speedrunning when I'm playing things casually. I can slow down drastically, and I like slowing down for games that I'm not speedrunning. But when it comes to glitches and skips, I cannot help myself. I just can't. I don't know what it is. I'm mad at myself for it.
Yeah, for me, I just feel like I've always been like looking for skips for as long as I can remember. I don't know, it's just something that was in my blood from birth.
Yeah,
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
I have the same issue. I don't know what it is. It's a really bad like impulse thing that I have. I see something that could potentially be skipped. I find something that could be a glitch. And sometimes I even go out of my way when I'm playing something casual, thinking like, oh, there's potential here, even though I don't see it. And I sit there and try to find something, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, just play the game normally. It's hard for me.
Wait, did I ever tell people that I moved into my new place?
Oh yes, congrats.
Oh god.
Go. Oh, camera. We got a dot.
I was trying to show
The new
what
place.
yeah.
If you haven't
Do
visited
I
the new
just click
place,
here? How do I don't know how to turn off the background.
There we go. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
look at that. Look. Nothing.
That
Bunch
floor
of energy
is the
drinks.
same exact floor I had in my Jersey house, by the way. The same exact wood floor. I know exactly which wooden floor that they're using, surprisingly. I can go pick it up.
I don't even know.
So I guess since you brought up something and we're done with the questions, there's a couple things I want to talk about as well before we move on to the next topic. First thing, there is plans to make a future of RR4F topic in an upcoming weekly recap, and the reason why is because potentially I might have that job I've been looking for. So, I had the first interview, which I talked about last week. I told you guys I was going for an interview. I had that interview. They liked me. I'm having the second interview now, in 2 days. So things are looking good. If I get this job, we will then have a topic on whatever weekly recap comes after I get the position, where we're going to talk about the future of RR4F. And the future of RR4F is going to look really, really good. And to just give you an idea, I don't want to make any promises yet because I don't have the position yet. But when I do have the money to put aside, which would happen when I get the job, we're looking into paying for advertising that is going to get more people in here. I didn't want more people in here right away because I couldn't promise bounties and content without having money to put out. But with that not being an issue, expect a lot more people coming in because I'm going to be actually making advertisements that's going to be posted on all social media. We are going to get an RTMP server, which is going to allow for us to host marathons with the same quality of GDQ and other marathon companies. I've looked really deep into it, and RTMP servers are expensive, but it's something I am willing to definitely pay for so that our not only marathons, but our other content like frame by frame, which we're going to talk about later, and our battle nights and things like that are going to be really, really good quality. And we're actually going to go into the marathon scene finally once I start working again, which is going to be exciting. And then there's a lot of other stuff I plan on doing, like giveaways. We're going to have those again. I know we used to do Steam giveaways. Those will be coming back. And it's just going to be a lot more content. Like, the community is finally going to move forward once I start working. And when I start working, you will see a future of RR4F topic, and we'll go over everything in detail. Pretty much we'll have a roadmap. That's pretty much where I'm getting to. We'll have a roadmap for the community, so I cannot wait. Also, Vista World, the developer that came into the community to show off his game. Well, we showed off his game, and then he came into the community because it looked like it could be a fun 3D platformer for speedrunning. He made a post in his Discord the other day, and I'm just going to read it word for word. He said, "Hello everyone, we are getting close. It's a high probability that sometime this week the playtest will be ready. Moving forward, I will be shortening my development cycles and aiming to release bi-weekly, monthly patches with a balance of bug fixes and new content. I will be adding our favorite community maps directly into the game as well and begin hand curating the level database." So what this means is the playtest for the level editor should be coming out soon, which we have been excited for. And when that comes out, I'm going to make an event where we're going to be making levels in this game to play. And the best levels, in the eyes of the developer, is actually going to go into the game. So that's going to be fun. We could have a level that we made in a 3D platformer in an official release for a 3D platformer game that we may be potentially speedrunning later. So we can literally like make a speedrun level that just it takes advantage of all of the movement abilities, and oh man, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be great. So it's gonna be an official event. We're gonna make it an official event. The level creation for this guy. It's gonna bring people to him, and it's gonna be so much fun on our end. And it's gonna be a fun event Not going to be anything behind it. The reward is making a level that potentially might be in the game itself, which is huge. So that's going to be a fun event. Anything you would like to add before we move on to the next topic here?
I'm gonna make best level. Just letting you guys know. Yeah, I'm gonna make best level.
I don't know about that.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I'm gonna make the best level.
Luigi's somehow gonna make Monster Hunter. He's gonna recreate one of the, like the hub levels or something.
All right, next topic is the bounty that is ongoing. I made a change. I'm going to the channel right now just so I can read this out loud. So I made a change yesterday with the, I guess the 1/3 of the time left for the bounty. And the reason why this change was made was because people were saying that they wasn't even going to do the run because of like the 40 series cards for Nvidia. And there was only one person that was affected, which was Gavin, and I wasn't going to just take it from him. I let him have the make the choice because he was in first place. If he wanted the changes to go through, then I would go through with them since he was the only one being affected, and he was okay with that. So the new rules for a Kimbot, if anybody wants to jump in, is 60 FPS has to be set on the game, and you cannot use frame generation. What this does is it makes it fair for everybody, including console players, because we do have a console runner. At 60 FPS, we can't do some of the tricks that we did with the 30 FPS and frame gen. So like the any percent category is still going to be something inside, speedrun.com, but for the sake of the bounty and to be fair so that console players and PC players can play alike, and anybody who doesn't have a 40 series card can still compete and get a competitive time, 60 FPS does that without frame generation. We are going to lose some tricks, and it means the speedrun might be slightly longer. Actually, not might. It's going to be slightly longer, no matter what. Unfortunately, but at the same time, it allows more people to get in and enjoy the speedrun and compete for the bounty at a fair level. So that's why we made that change. So if you have not ran the game for that reason in the past, now is your opportunity to get in on the big bounty. You still got some time left. You can definitely get a run in, maybe even a few runs in, and take that first place prize. So that's the bounty update. All right, next we get. Oh man, I lost the Discord. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, next we got raid party update. So let me switch over. Raid party. So I have done the last 2 raid party events. We had the
Sky Strider.
Sky Strider, there we go. We had that game as the bounty prior to the Wicker game, and it was only me and Gavin that ran it. I got a run in. It wasn't a good run, so it never got actually posted. Wicker was the next raid party event, which I think was an amazing 3D platformer, but there was so much movement abilities that I was even overwhelmed, and I liked routing. And there was nobody else running it. At least, actually, you know what? I haven't looked at the raid party thing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
I'm
Raid
almost
party.
100% certain there was nothing.
Okay, yeah, there was nothing. Okay, I just checked right now. So that event ended, and nobody ran the game, and since nobody was running it, there was gonna be so much work for me to do by myself and not have any competition for a game that I decided was not gonna be a game I was gonna continue to speedrun after, so I didn't see a reason to even run it. So what I'm gonna do is open up raid party, raid boss to anybody who wants it. Whoever wants to run a game and be raid boss, it is now open. I am no longer raid boss, and it's gonna be like that for a little bit until somebody picks it up, or until I decide that I found a game that interests me to speedrun, and maybe I'll take another raid boss event and start that up. So yeah, raid boss is open. Raid party event ended today, and it's not moving over to anybody, so it's an open slot for anybody to take.
Alright, so number 1, 2, 3. Raid boss is open.
Yes.
I think Zan would take it.
I think Zan would take it too. And I think Zan really liked being the raid boss, and he had something planned when I took the raid boss from him on that last raid boss event he had, raid party event. So I think he might have something, but we'll see. Raid boss is open. Anybody can take it. Just let me know. Send me a message if you want it, and we'll get you that title. All right. Okay, let's go back to the other one for this. So, I wanted to remind everybody about frame by frame, and give you guys some details because it's been a very long time. Frame by frame is still something we do. We just need somebody who wants to actually be on the show, which we haven't had anybody in a bit. The last frame by frame we did with Luigi, who's here in the chat today. Luigi did Monster Hunter World. He did Monster Hunter World in frame by frame, and to give you an idea of what frame by frame is, it is a game show of sorts where we take somebody onto the show and we showcase their favorite speedrun, or a speedrun that they're doing at the time that they're very knowledgeable in, and we either watch one of their runs or they do a run live, which is really risky, I would say. I would say you have to feel, comfortable enough in the game to where you would submit it for a marathon to be part of frame by frame if you're going to do it live. And we talk about the game in detail. That's another thing. So during frame by frame, the runner is going to talk about the game in great detail, explain what's happening, explain the skips, maybe some origin stories of the game and where glitches came from and where skips came from, and just deep dive into the speedrun to get more people, to get more eyes on the speedrun. So if you're interested in showing off your speedrun, frame by frame is like the perfect outlet to do that, because you get to go deep dive into every little mechanic. We could also pause video if we're not doing it live, where you can talk about something a little bit longer. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. You can always ask Luigi. He did it firsthand. He was our first guest to frame by frame. So just let me know if you have a interesting speedrun that you want to show off and talk about. We can get you on the frame by frame episode, and that will be live. So it's a lot of fun. That's just something that we do here in the community that I just didn't want people to forget about. We do have a Google.
Monster Hunter Part 2.
We do have a Google. What is it? A Google form where you can fill out for frame by frame. It should be somewhere in announcements for frame by frame where you can fill it out. But if you don't want to go to the forum, that's fine. You reach out to me. I can give you more details. We can get this working. So you can message me directly. But in the future, if we continue to grow, especially if I do advertising and stuff like that, the forum's gonna have to be used. This is temporary. That you can just message me for this stuff. But I think if we get really big, it's gonna be hard to monitor everything through DMs. So I will make it where, frame by frame, and anything like that is just done through the forums. But right now, message me. Or do the forum, either works. Let's see, what do we got next? Community highlights. All right. We only got two this week, I think, right?
Yeah, just 2. Luigi and my first one.
Yes,
my first clip.
Your first community highlights.
Still got my unibrow. I totally forgot to shave it. Can you guys see it?
Oh my god. All right. Monster Hunter World Arena Quest 2 Duo Kulu Yaku Hammer Gunlance. All right. So, this is world record. Let's check this out.
It's co-op. Is that what I saw?
It says duo, but I think it's just, yep, it is co-op. World
That's pretty
record
big too, right?
0.28 seconds. Yeah, I saw you struggling. In the general chat. You were so close so many times. I'm glad you finally got it. And the dance.
That
Well,
was
that
it.
was a lot faster
Yeah,
than
yeah,
your
of
other.
course.
Yeah, that was really fast. This is one of those short speed runs. Let's dissect this really quick. Let's go
Yeah,
back here.
I missed it. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go back here. It happened too fast. All right. Am
I'm
I gonna
lost
have to?
where that
Am I
took.
gonna have to? Am I gonna have to put this on slow mo? I'm sure there's a lot more going on here. I just don't understand what is going on here to get that time. So give us some insight on what just happened there. That you killed this thing in the speed of light. Mach
Are you
10.
using the slingshot? I'm always gonna go to slingshot.
With the signature Luigi dance, always at the end. Slinger stacking. What's up, Pi? I can explain later in VC more specifically. Okay, so if anybody has any questions about it, hop in with Luigi. But it's a combo of the slinger stacking and another glitch. Interesting. So there is numerous stuff happening here. See, this is a lot more in depth than it looks. It looks like something that just happened in a couple seconds, which it did. But there's a lot more in this couple seconds than you'd think, and that seems to be like the case with these Monster Hunter clips from what we noticed. Yeah, yeah. So we did talk about that in I think we talked about was that your frame by frame? No, it was a different video that we did talk about that. I think you gave us you gave us that video that went in depth on the slingshot glitch that was used. So yeah, definitely if you're interested in what's actually happening here, reach out to Luigi. He will explain in more detail. It is glitches. Next, we got. Let me go ahead and switch to Twitch capture on this one. We get Gavin's first submission.
I had to go zoom for this one.
More hell of an office. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
I mean, the game's fully released now, so.
Yeah, this is actually the final level. So spoilers, guys. This is the final level.
It's long. Holy.
Yeah, I know. This is the diamond time. The dev time is like an entire minute.
Just hearing the clicks, like. You sound like a madman over there. Wow, this is long for what we've experienced with the game so far.
Yeah, it's the longest level.
There
And then bam, world
Look
record.
at you at the top. Do you still have it? Do you still
God.
have it? Was it taken from you already?
Chewbacca, did you take it? Be honest with me. Give it to me straight.
Chewbacca's here. Did you take it, Chewbacca? No, you still have it. Damn, being Chewbacca. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Now Chewbacca's gonna grind it and put Gavin in his place.
He's gonna get a 42. I already know it.
Look what you started, Luigi. You can't call him out like that. Oh man. All right. So, but also not sorry. So that was pretty much everything we had to cover today. We didn't get too many community highlights, only 2 this week. That's okay. That's okay. We expected that. There's clips that you have to get the good clips to post them first, and they're not gonna happen every week.
Yeah, any record I get on Hall of an Office, I really don't mind if Chewbacca takes it, because when he got his 70 out of 70 world records for early access, not 2 hours. It was a couple hours or so, or like 5-6 hours before the actual game release. I took one of his 70 world records, so he didn't finish early access.
Ooh.
With 70 of the world records.
Man, that's evil. Dang, I can't believe we did him like that. You just stealing the spotlight from him. Can't have it. You can't have it, Chewbacca. Pylord got auto-modded.
Pilot said.
I will allow it.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. Yeah.
You know, Automod did good there, I think, but I still allowed it. Oh man. All right. Well, with that, we've covered everything on this week's weekly recap. I'm hoping by next week I will have an answer on whether or not I get the job and where we are moving forward with RR4F. The future of RR4F, if the timeline works out how I hope it will, wouldn't be next week, but it will be the week after that we'll go over everything. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun stream when we go over, you know, give an actual roadmap for RR4F and what's to come. I'm so excited. I mean, marathons in itself is so exciting to me. I cannot wait. I gotta figure out which charities we're gonna be choosing, and I haven't decided how we're gonna go about doing that. Probably going to just pick a couple charities that I think will do well, that people will be behind, and then poll it in the Discord. But it's gonna be a little bit before we get there, so I'm not jumping the gun here. With that being said, I don't have anything left for weekly recap. Is there anything you would like to add, Gavin, before we hop off today?
Nope.
All right. You guys keep a lookout for Vista World. If it happens before next week, I will let everybody know that the event's going to be starting. It's just a fun event, nothing more. But it's going to be something that I think a couple people in the community. I think this one actually is going to bring at least 5 people plus into like this little event. Personally, I could already think of people off the top of my head that's going to be interested in stuff like this. Zan's definitely going to be checking this out. I already know it. Like, this is right up his alley.
Zan's been making a lot of like crazy and really fun levels in Hell of an Office.
We didn't even talk about that. Hell of an Office has a level creator. If anybody likes level creation, you can make Hell of an Office levels, which is really cool. Zan just made one, so we can get more people on that. I don't own the game, so I can't jump on that, but I will definitely be doing Vista World. All right. Well, thank you everybody for stopping in this week. Next week I should have some good news for you, and the week following that we got some big news. So hopefully that's the plan. I will see you guys next time. Remember, raid party's open. Jump in for raid boss if you want it, and the changes to the bounty. Those are the big things from this stream. Aside from that, guys, you have a good rest of your week. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, runners.